Alright, Sony is about to release the A7V in upcoming months, and the rumor has it that it should come out sometime pretty soon, in the second quarter of 2025. Now again, this is just a rumor. I don't know anything more than you do, even though I sell cameras for a living. Whenever I talk to Sony representatives at work, they just start talking about weather. So if you're reading the rumors, you know just as much as I do. But hopefully we will get it sometime in the near future. But today we're not talking about the Sony A7V, but this, which is the Sony A7IV. What's good, what's bad, and most importantly, should you buy it in 2025? Let's go. Alright, I've been shooting with the Sony A7IV exclusively, well, almost exclusively, for about a year now. I shot some weddings and some portraits with the Sony A7R4, but most of the time, this has been my main driver. And I want to be brutally honest that would I recommend this camera to you if you are a photographer, content creator, YouTuber, whatever. And really, I just want to be brutally honest. And with a year of shooting with this camera, I think I can already say what's on my mind, what do I like about it, and what do I don't. I've been using this camera as a budget-first content creator, photographer, YouTuber, video creator, whatever you want to call me, taking photos for work, for my own use, making YouTube videos, making client work, even shooting live events and music videos with this camera, you name it. And for that use, this camera has been just amazing. I have nothing bad to say about it. It has done everything that I needed and even more. It has been with me to northern Norway, through the storms, through the snow, through rain, everywhere, and this camera has been an absolute beast. I've shot weddings with this, I've shot portraits with this, I have done product shots with this, videos, all kinds of things, and at this point I can honestly tap myself in the back and say money well spent. This was a good investment. There's not a single bad thing I can say about the quality of images, the photos, and the video with this camera. I mean, come on, 33 megapixel sensor, 4K, dual base ISO, S-Log 3, which coming from Canon has been the easiest to color grade. I mean, hands down, so much more easier to color grade than C-Log 3. And combined with the right lenses, which there is plenty for Sony E-mount, that is just pure magic. Now, the only minor downsides I can say about this thing is the 4K 60 frames per second. It has 1.5 crop. That is something that, okay, I can live with, I can deal with, but maybe that would be the minor little upgrade to the A7V that I'm looking for. And the other small downside of this camera, which I think could be solved with a firmware update if Sony was to make one, you can't shoot interval photos with this using the autofocus. Now, that is something that's a tiny thing, but if you're using this as a content creator and you're shooting alone, you would want to have that because Canon has a solution for that. You can take interval photos with the autofocus enabled and you can place the camera on a tripod and just set it to take a certain amount of photos and you can switch locations and the camera will track you with the autofocus. Now, I believe that this could be solved with a very simple firmware update. So Sony, please do this. But if you're seriously thinking about buying a new camera for your use as a hybrid creator, as a photography and video creator, for YouTube, for photos, all these kind of things, if you're thinking about buying a new camera in 2025 and you are thinking about buying the A7IV, I highly recommend it. This camera combines the best of both worlds when it comes to photography and making videos, and it does that beautifully. Oh, my light just died. I need to set it. Would you please? So that I don't have to battle with you. I hate doing this. Somebody sent me more lights, real lights. I don't like doing this. Again, okay. But if you're seriously thinking about buying a new camera in 2025 as a hybrid creator, I would highly recommend the A7IV. This little camera combines the best of both worlds with very, very minor drawbacks. The A75 will most likely introduce some new features, as always happens when new cameras are released, but I don't think, and this is just my opinion and my speculation, I don't think that the new features are gonna be that much bigger or that much greater that I could justify upgrading to A7V, because the next logical step for me would be getting a separate camera like the A7R5 for photos and then maybe FX3 for video. But again, I'm on a budget and I cannot do that. So for me, the only choice at this moment is a hybrid camera that combines the best of both worlds. And for me, it is the A7IV. Now the price of the A7IV is still hovering somewhere around 2,500 euros, which is around 27, maybe $2,800 at the moment. So it has been keeping its price fairly well, actually. And I think that when the A75 is gonna come out, it is gonna be way more expensive. Here in Finland, I think it will be sold for around 3,000 euros, which is something like $3,300. So it's gonna be significantly more expensive than the A74. And I think that the first price, the introduction price, will be slightly higher than what the A74 was back in the day. Now, if you're looking to get this camera secondhand, we are selling it around 2,000 euros, which is $2,200, something like that. But in the secondhand market, you can find this camera for around 17, maybe 1,800 euros, which is around $2,000. So that is a good deal that you should absolutely consider. Now, the prices of the A74 will most likely drop a little bit when the A75 comes out, but I don't think that the prices will drop significantly, right at the introduction and the release of the A75. So, should you, as a hybrid shooter, pull the trigger on the A74 in 2025? Absolutely. I can highly recommend it. For me, it has been an amazing camera, and for me, it still is, and I believe that you will be extremely happy with it if you choose to go with this. You will not be disappointed. And to be honest, if you are just going to wait for new cameras and new gear to be released, you will be waiting forever. New cameras come and go, new stuff is released all the time, so at some point you will just have to pull the trigger, and with the A74, you won't go wrong. All right, that's all I have for you guys for this video. Hope you liked it. If you did, hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you have not done so already. Go check this video out that I made using this camera, the A74. Thanks as always for watching, and I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace. Woo! I hope everything's good. I had this kind of a vibe going, you know? This kind of a thing. Felt good.